Hello, and welcome to the very first episode of Brilliance Coaching, the show where high performing women unlock their brilliance, lead with purpose, and create success on their own terms. I'm Julia Geber, your host, and I'm absolutely delighted you are here. If you are ready to thrive in your career and life without the overwhelm, you are in the right place. Before we dive in, I have a special invitation for you. Register for my free masterclass, Your Next Level of Brilliance, on my website. Discover how to step into your full potential, own your own unique strengths, and build a career or business that truly lights you up. The link is in the show notes. Take a moment to sign up. You don't want to miss this. So, what to expect in this podcast? This podcast is all about capturing authentic brilliance moments, not drowning in abstract ideas or endless theory. We explore the tangible shifts and everyday habits that spark transformative experiences. In each episode, you will hear real life stories, including my own journey and those of my amazing guests, sharing practical tools like journaling, meditation, simple practices that you can start using in your own life. Our diverse experiences show that brilliance isn't one size fits all. It's as unique as you are. And by sharing our stories, we enrich our collective journeys. We can learn from each other and we can help each other to get better at it bit by bit. So, today we will cover what brilliance means to me, why I'm passionate about this, and why now is the perfect time for this podcast and brilliance coaching. I will share some of my personal examples, tips, and inspirations for brilliance moments, which you can start using straight away. So, what does brilliance mean to me? For too long, I chased perfection and worked ever harder, believing success meant finding the right answers or following a special rule book, and I just never felt enough. Then I discovered something life-changing. Brilliance isn't about perfection, isn't about finding what's right, what is the right answer. It's about tuning into your own truth and letting your unique light shine. Have you ever experienced the moment when everything just clicks? A decision is made with ease, or an idea just flows effortlessly? That's your brilliance moment. For me, brilliance means living authentically, feeling at home in your own skin, and choosing what you love over fear. Even though you feel that fear, you recognize it, you are aware of it, and you are able to tune into what truly matters to you, what you really love. It's in the little victories, like opting for self-care over perfection, and also in bold decisions where you just trust that inner spark and saying, yeah, you got this, and you take that brave move. So let me ask you some questions. What does brilliance mean to you? When was the last time you felt truly in the flow? And imagine how your life might change if you could tap into that inner strength more often. So, why this podcast? We live in a fast changing world where yesterday's answers are no longer enough. I once relied on old methods and experiences only to realize that in our dynamic environment, such approaches are like navigating with an outdated map. Whatever works for others in the past needs adapting, needs changing when it comes to your circumstances. It's really fine to get inspiration, but it's very likely it's not going to be the same. Copy-paste doesn't work. Have you ever wondered, how can I possibly keep up with this ever-changing world with all these requirements and needs everywhere? And that's when I understood that's really an impossible task, and there is an easier way. We need to tune into our brilliance, and we learn how to do that more often. Fear and overwhelm often drive us to seek that elusive right answer, becoming perfectionists who pay a high price in our well being and relationships. I have really tried every technique from mindset shifts, changing limiting beliefs, building emotional intelligence, boosting my resilience, many more. But many of them often focuses on the gaps without addressing what truly matters. Then I ask myself, what if I use these tools not to fix myself or fix others, but to tap into my inner truth? And that shift transformed my perspective. All of these tools are great, but it really depends how we relate to them and how we use them. Brilliance isn't about having all the answers. It's about creating new ones through authenticity. It becomes our compass in a world of constant change, guiding us towards creative, sustainable solutions that work for us. Embracing your brilliance isn't even just for your personal success, it actually benefits everyone. It's helping to build a kinder, more innovative, and resilient world together. So, now I would like to share some of my personal stories and tips to help you recognize and cultivate your own brilliance moments. I believe every one of us has a spark of brilliance, quietly available, even if it's not something that is showing up all the time in our life. Too often, our fears hold us back, shifts our focus to what's missing, what's wrong, rather than how can we live as our brilliant selves. When we start noticing and sharing the brilliance moments in ourselves and others, we ignite a spark in each other that can transform our lives. By listening to this podcast and any other similar work or books, you will begin to shift your focus, creating more opportunities to let your brilliance shine. I see it this way. Our fears and survival instincts tend to focus on what's broken, what's missing, while our genuine essence and loving nature connect us to our true desires, to our brilliance, to what we love, and what we truly want to see in the world. Embracing that truth not only transforms our lives, but also inspires those around us. Moving from broken to brilliance is a journey worth taking. If I think about my own brilliance moment, one of the most defining one was when I realized that my finance career wasn't something that I wanted to further pursue. While I enjoyed mastering it, it was never my passion. In finance, I worked hard just to prove myself, just to show I can fill any gaps, dreaming of something more exciting to come further down the line. Then someone asked me, which role would you want to be doing once you retired? And the answer was clear, definitely not finance. Even though at that time, just to be on the safe side, I applied for both coaching and finance roles. I eventually just chose to stop pursuing the finance one before I even knew it that I secured the coaching role. And that moment, stepping into the unknown, was terrifying but also exhilarating. In that moment, I felt truly alive and in control of my destiny, knowing that I'm choosing for myself, knowing that this was the right answer, even though maybe if you do an analysis and pros and cons and whatever, maybe you would have thought, this doesn't make any sense. Why would you give up all that experience, all those credentials and credibility to start something new? Why? Because it rang true. I would also like to highlight that very often these brilliance moments come from inspirations from others. I have experienced several moments when someone else's brilliance sparked my own. For example, I had a manager who once pointed out that I already know everything and I could unlock more opportunities by working smarter, not harder. First, it was a little bit hard to hear, actually, but her authenticity and good intentions reminded me that true brilliance comes from within. It opened up a new perspective, and I actually started thinking about what I do differently. Similarly, a colleague shared how her mom went for a walk at 5 a.m. with her friends every single day. And that made me realize there are always enough hours to do what we truly desire. It's not about not having enough time, it's about not having enough reasons and not really having that true heartfelt understanding why is it important for us. These insights helped me break free from limiting beliefs and ignited my passion for what is true for me. Think about it. When we act from our heart, our decisions aren't driven by external pressures or endless analysis. Consider figures like Nelson Mandela or Mother Teresa. Their brilliance wasn't about following some strategy. It was about embodying what they loved, defying the odds with passion and authenticity. They remind us that brilliance is not reserved for privileged few. It's something we can actually all possess and do. When we do the same, we actually think about what we truly love. So, how to step into your brilliance? Switching into brilliance is not a strategy, not a one size fits all, and it evolves over time. For me, it begins with a simple question: what does my heart tell me to do right now? What do I truly want? What is alive in me? When we answer from that deep, authentic place, external pressures fade away, leaving clarity, joy, and empowerment. Whether it's a simple act like taking a refreshing shower, or a burst of exercise, or a meaningful chat with a friend, small, intentional, heartfelt steps can help you tune into that inner light. Remember, brilliance isn't a destination. It's not something that once you get there, you just have it all the time. It's a practice. Every tiny, mindful step counts towards living more fully in your own truth. Coaching sessions and trainings are full of those moments, but everyday activities like getting absorbed in a game, witnessing a smile on someone's face, or simply appreciating the beauty of nature can also create an opening. It's less about what happens around us and more about our willingness to notice and embrace the brilliance in those moments. When we open ourselves to this possibility, these inspiring flashes of brilliance are always there, waiting to be recognized. This is why I'm so passionate about this podcast, to uncover the millions of brilliant moments that might otherwise go unnoticed. Brilliance is hard to be taught, but the glimpses of it can be caught both in ourselves and in others. Recognizing and paying attention to these fleeting moments is the key to shifting into our brilliance. It's not about mastering a technique, it's about being present to those sparks that reveal our true essence. And when we share our brilliance, we spark a ripple effect. By celebrating our authentic stories, we inspire others to tap into their light. Imagine the collective power of many brilliant women lighting up the room with their authentic voices, transforming our communities, our workplaces, and our world. And it starts with one step. Ask yourself, what makes you come alive? Because when you answer that, you tap into a powerful source of energy that can change everything. I truly believe that if more of us lived from this place of natural brilliance, the world would be a far kinder and more beautiful place. Whether you are a high-achieving professional, a busy mom, or someone ready for a change, I invite you to join me in this journey. For more free resources, visit my website, www.brilliancecoaching.co, and join our Facebook group. And if you are ready to dive deeper, book a free Discovery Brilliance call with me. Let's explore how you can access your brilliance more consistently and transform your life. Thank you for tuning into Brilliance Coaching. I can't wait to embark on this journey with you and also learn from our guests. Until next time, keep leading with purpose and own your brilliance. Thank you.